Good morning, boys and girls. Here we are yet again in my dining room with an object lesson for you. This morning, I have a beautiful picture that I want to show you. I just love this picture. It's pretty amazing, I think. Take a look. Is that not the coolest picture you have ever seen? A beautiful tree stump. What? You don't agree? You don't like my tree stump? I'm going to tell you why I think it's beautiful, and maybe I can convince you too. In the Bible, in the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, I was reading this morning and I came across these words. A shoot will come up from the stump of Jesse. From the roots, a branch will bear fruit, and the Spirit of the Lord will rest on him. Can you imagine this stump growing anything? That would be pretty amazing, wouldn't it? But Isaiah didn't stop there. He went on to say, this branch is going to do all sorts of amazing things. In fact, this branch that grows out of this stump is going to save God's people. You don't look like you believe me. I wonder, could this maybe be a place where God is using a word picture to teach us a lesson? That it isn't really a branch that's going to save us? I think it probably is, especially since this reading came up today. Let's see if we can put some pieces together. Last week we talked about it being the end of the church year, and we celebrated New Year's Eve. For today, which is the start of Advent. Advent means the arrival of an important person or an event. And it's going to lead us up to Christmas, where we celebrate the arrival of an important person, Jesus. Now, think about the branch that's going to come out of this stump. What do you think this branch is about? Or should I say maybe, who do you think this branch is talking about? I think you're right. I think that branch is Jesus. You see, back in Bible times, God's people had made bad choices over and over and over again. They turned their back on God, and things just didn't work out very well for them. They suffered consequences because of the choices they made. So kind of what happened is it was like a big, beautiful tree that got cut down. They were sad and they felt pretty hopeless. They were just a dead stump. But that's when God made a promise to them. And God said, out of this tree stump, a beautiful new branch would come. And it would start as a small little sprout, but it would grow up to save them. And they were no longer hopeless, but hopeful. So here we are, some 2,000 years later, in Advent, looking forward to Christmas. And we know that that branch is Jesus. We know that Jesus came as a baby and grew up to save us through his death and resurrection. We see that God keeps his promises, and that's what gives us hope today. Hope that God will always be with us. Hope that God will save us from our sins, and hope that he will come again. Have a great Christmas season, being prepared for the coming of Jesus. Have a good day.